Well, I was glad to be at Hartner and glad to get busy being a superintendent. Heck, I hadn't been in the office but a day or two. The telephone rang. And this mail boy said, "Hey, Dean Riggs, welcome to the league, to the area. I'm Byron Smith, superintendent up at Isabel." "Well, thank you for calling." Had a little polite chit-chat back and forth. Then he got right down to business. He said, "Have you checked things out? Are you ready for school to start?" "Well," I said, "I've been checking the textbook situation. It looks like we're in pretty good shape there." He said, "Good, that's a good place to start." But he said, how are you set for custodial supplies?" I could honestly say, "I don't know. I haven't got to that at all." Well, he said, "Do you know what you need for a school the size of Hartner?" No, I really don't." I was going to talk with the custodian and go on what he says. "Well," he said, "you don't need to let him know that you don't know." Well, he said, "What about the office supplies? Are you in good shape there?" I said, "Well, near as I know, we're all right." And you could tell, I was feeling a little bit like he was pointing out, "Hey, Greenie, you don't know much." He said, "Hey, look, I've got help for you. Nobody knows all this stuff." He said, "They don't teach it in the school administration courses, and for obvious reasons. It's totally different depending upon the size of the school." But he said, "I've got help." He said, "You call school specialty supply." He said, "Have you seen their catalogs around?" I said, "Yep." He said, "You call them and tell them that you want their salesman in this area, Pete, to drop by." And he said, "When Pete comes by, you just level with him and, hey, I'm a novice. Help me out. Byron Smith says if I trust you and that you're to be trusted, that you'll run the inventories on the office supplies and the custodial supplies and tell me what I need." "Yes, sir." He said, "I'll do that." And he spent, I don't know, a half a day. Obviously, the way he was doing it didn't take him very long. Sat down and he told me what I really needed and what it would be nice if we had. Well, you don't want to be going overboard. You want to please that board that you're a frugal manager. So we got mostly what we needed. And you know what? Skeet was just real pleased at what we got and appreciated this new superintendent getting what he needed to work with. Oh, and one of the big things was that, boy, you had to get the right gym finish, and that Skeet would know what to do to finish that new floor, refinish it, and keep it just right. So you can bet I knew that I had a real friend in Byron Smith. A smart one, a giving, caring. He never treated me like a dumb kid. But he knew I was a freshman, and he wasn't, and he didn't mind sharing the know-how, the inside story of how you do it. I can't remember Pete's name, but hey, he was every bit as good as Byron said he would be. And school specialty supply, I'll tell you what, they were great, great, great there at Hartner, and just as great out at Elkhart later, and Bob Jordan from there is another story. You can see I became a fan of Byron, Pete, and school specialty supply.